So, hello everyone. It's 2:30 Friday morning, early February, and I am on my way to embark on my first international expedition for a full year, well, since March 11th last year, in fact, so 11 months. I'm going to Sweden and I'm going to see a famous skipper and his wife, Andy Schell and Mia Carlson, who run 59 North sailing expeditions. They take, well, when Corona's not on, they take people ocean sailing. And he's actually, I'm a great fan of his, and I'm in the lucky position that I get to furnish their new container office slash hangout slash admiralty that they have put in place on their farm just north of Stockholm in Sweden. So my Corona test is clear. I had that yesterday, and I'm gonna have a cup of coffee, and I'll be on my way. And tag along. See you guys.
Okay, cool. Martin, we're rolling. We'll make this quick.
Sure.
First of all, thank you for providing all this beautiful furniture. Tell everybody why you're here.
Well, I'm here because I'm a sailor, and I'm here because I make furniture. So I decided to marry the two and come up with the offer. When I saw that you were getting this container, I thought, hey, I can furnish that and maybe give you a bit of a hand in Corona times. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen people in a while, neither of you. And you got tested yesterday in Copenhagen, and what was it, 10 hours in the car?
It was, yeah, close to 10 hours in the car. So up at 2 o'clock in the morning, do a few emails, and then off to Sweden with my permit in hand.
It's so cool, these kind of connections. I mean, it's amazing with what we do with sailing, the type of people you meet. And I've noticed your name, I told you this today, I've noticed your name pop up on our social media feeds for a long time, several years now. I don't know how long ago you've discovered us, but...
Well, I think shortly after you sailed Arcturus to Sweden, actually, I came on board. So I've been following you for quite a few years, and so I feel I know you way better than you know me. In fact, yeah.
I've noticed your name pop up, and when we notice the same person, we tend to do a little bit of snooping around their own social media stuff. And I noticed that you had this furniture company called True North Designs.
That's right.
And I was like, man, that stuff's really, really neat. And I'll let you describe it in a second. But and then when we posted the picture of the container, and you're like, hey, do you want some furniture? I knew exactly who you were, and I was like, oh hell yeah. So
Cool.
describe what it is, if you can.
Well, basically, with my business, True North Designs, I'm on a mission to revitalize the Danish design tradition together with a new generation of Danish designers. So that's the elevator speech for a very, very short elevator ride. What we do is that we make solid wood furniture based on what you would call mid-century modern, or I think you would even might call it mid-century Danish in the US. And that is what we're doing, and that is what I've been doing since 2016. I've been in the industry since, since 1992, yeah?
Cool.
So
You told me the long story earlier at over coffee about traveling all around and all the kind of import-export stuff you'd done, which sounds like, I work in furniture. That sounds boring, but it sounded like you had an interesting start.
I had a few adventures along the way. I did in fact start in retail as a delivery driver for furniture after I finished my education. And it turned out that when I brought Mrs. Jensen a chair, I would come back and I would have sold her a side table and then whatever. So I got into the sales side of it, and I kind of fell in love with the furniture. And I had a few interesting years traveling the world for a Danish company where we sold furniture, amongst other things, into embassies and UN missions around the world. So I traveled in quite a few interesting places, yeah.
That's super cool. And there's a nautical theme to the pieces that you brought me here. I think you were explaining about where the names of them come from.
Yeah, well, first of all, the name in itself, True North, of course, is a geographical term or a navigational term. So that's one thing. And then I decided to name the furniture after something that had to do with something maritime. So I have a chair, and the table range are called the salon tables and the salon chairs. I have the chair that I'm sitting in, that one, it's called the regatta chair. And then I have other pieces, the small side tables are called dodona, after my current boat, which I'm only the second owner of. It's a Swedish yacht 34S. And the only real competition to my wife, to be honest, but she's not jealous on the boat anyway. And then I have also another range of chairs with the lounge chairs that we've brought in here. They are called Pandora, and Pandora was the name of the first boat I owned together with Britta, my wife. Yeah.
So cool. I love it. Thank you so much for bringing this stuff up here. That you've made you saw my space when I came in here. It was a little kid's desk and a chair. And now this is like a proper, I almost want to I don't want to say office, because it's more than that. It's like a hangout. It's like we were joking before.
Yeah.
It's like an adult fort being out here.
It's an adult treehouse on the ground, and I want one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And
I might want two, actually.
You made it. So thanks so much, and I'll make sure that we mention this in the podcast, because from now on, this is where I'm going to be doing all the episodes from. So
well, I'm happy that you're happy, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. So,
cool.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you, Martin, and thanks for coming up. Let's go get some of Mia's cooking.
We will. I'll look forward to that.